So, it's currently 10:55, and it's Friday, so I decided to do a NFL team tier ranking. D is the worst, S is the best. Y'all get it at this point. We're starting off with the Tennessee Titans. I don't think they're necessarily a bad team. It's like A or B. I don't think they're a bad team, but they're not like a really, really, really good team. We can put them in B for now. Their entire team was like A.J. Brown, Tannehill, and Henry. The Miami Dolphins. If this was for improvement, they would be at A. Oh, crap. They'd be at A. But I don't think the Dolphins are terrible. But they're not as good as the Tennessee Titans, so I'm just going to put them at C. But in a couple years, I think they may be able to be at A or B. The Cleveland Browns. Now, we're doing this based off talent on the roster and like how good teams have been able to do. And they're one of the best teams in football, in my opinion. The Jags, they are not the worst team in football. One of, though. Detroit, they go down there too. Minnesota, they're about B or C, in my opinion. They're not terrible. They got young pieces. They got Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook. They got Danielle Hunter coming back next season, I believe. They got Harrison Smith, who I think is slowing down. They still got Adam Thielen. I think this team isn't terrible. I don't think it's terrible, but not as good as the Browns or anything. The Bucks, 2018, 2019, they'd be at like C, but now they are the best team in football. And if you're wondering why I'm so tired, it's because I've been editing and recording for the past like 5 hours. It's been amazing, I guess. Anyways, the San Francisco 49ers, when healthy, they're not a terrible team, but 2019 or 2020, they were injured a lot, so I'm going to put this basically what I think they're going to do in 2021, or how good they're going to be, and just overall how good the team is. I'm going to put them at B. They're not terrible when they're healthy. The Falcons. As a Falcons fan and a Detroit Lions fan, both my teams just suck. And I'm an Atlanta Braves fan, and we choke in the playoffs. Just no, okay? Anyways, Baltimore, probably the biggest disappointment of the 2020 NFL season. They're going out of B. Chicago, not terrible, but not good either. They got rid of Mitch Trubisky. They're going to draft a quarterback. They tagged Allen Robinson. Darnell Mooney, I feel like, emerged to a top talent. Like, I think he's a really solid pickup. I think he was worth it where they drafted him. The defense is pretty good. Khalil Mack isn't as great as he used to be. What just happened? The flip? Anyways. Now the Bengals. I think they're a C team. Let's see. They got A.J. Green, who is washed up, pretty much. They got Joe Burrow, who's going to be a top 15 quarterback. They got T. Higgins. And, what's his name? Tyler Boyd. Those two, I feel like, are going to be I'm not saying but maybe a top, at least a top 10 offense trio. The Dallas Cowboys, for such a they don't have a terrible roster, but come on now. like, actually, I'll put them at C. They're not as bad as people say they are. Like, they're like, some people are saying they're the worst team in the league. They're not the worst team, but they aren't good. I think they may be probably the best team on the C ranking so far. The Houston Texans, I feel like, are the first and second worst organization in football. Deshaun Watson wants to trade, and they won't trade him. Bro, I don't understand. Anyways, the Colts. I'm gonna put them at a B. I don't think they're gonna do bad. I think if they draft a quarterback or if they give what's his name? Forgot his name. I'm tired, honestly. They just need to get another quarterback. I can't talk, honestly. The Rams, this is kind of tough. I think I'm going to put them in the B tier. They got rid of Jared Goff, which is good. But it's something that is also good is they got Matthew Stafford. But the only bad part about the Steelers, they gave up like 2 first-rounders and a third-rounder, I believe. And just for that, I think Detroit won that, especially if they're trying to rebuild. The Chargers are going to be one of the best teams. Bro, why are you moving so much? Bro, calm down. They're going to be like a top 10 to 15 team next year, I think. They got Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams on offense. And more on offense as well. And on defense, they got Derwin James, Desmond King. Other people that I really can't name. Like I said, I'm tired. The Kansas City Chiefs, here's the thing about the Chiefs. They aren't as good as people think they are. They are the worst team in football. I'm kidding, by the way. That's a joke. That is a joke. No. No. They are not they're one of the best. I think they're the second to third best team. The New Orleans Saints, I think, see, I want to put them at A because they average like an 8-8 record or better every year, but then they lose in the wild card or in the divisional. I'm just gonna put them at A. The New York Giants, no. Let's just get Jets, Eagles. The football team is going to be a dark horse for me. I'll put them at C for in 2021. The Steelers. I'm going to save them for last. The Broncos. I think all they need is a good quarterback. And they will be a contender. They have one of the greatest offenses in football, and I think they have a pretty good defense, in my opinion. All the Broncos need is a better quarterback, but because they don't have a good quarterback, I'm going to put them down to a B. But if they had a better quarterback, they'd be an A. They need to draft a quarterback or someone in free agency, something. Green Bay. I mean, come on now, bro. As long as Aaron Rodgers is on the Packers, they will always be an S-tier team. No, nothing can change that. Nothing. The Panthers, they're not bad, but they're not good either. The Raiders aren't as bad as people say they are. I don't think they're terrible, but I don't think they're good either. I'm just going to give them a B. Oh, crap. Bro, stop everything, bro. I think I'm going to give them a B. The Cardinals, I feel like I feel like they have the potential to be an A team, but for now they're a B. They just signed J.J. Watt. But Buffalo. Yeah. Top 3 to 5 team in the NFL easily, in my opinion. And then the Seattle Seahawks, not good, not terrible either. Russell Wilson is getting his career wasted on a team that isn't terrible, but if he gets put on a good contender team like the Broncos, like if Russell Wilson gets traded to the Broncos are going to go 10-6 or better. All Russell Wilson needs to succeed is a good team, and or like a great team, and the only thing Broncos need is a quarterback. So, kind of goes hand in hand. The Patriots, they just extended Cam Newton for another year. Julian Edelman is 35 to 36 years old, I believe. They have no wide receiver depth. In 2020, they went with a quarterback who was new to the system, had never really had like a dual threat quarterback, and Bill Belichick, and like they just had no receiver help, like no offense at all. And everybody on defense, like everybody on the team opted out, dude. So 2020, they had a D year, but I think people are gonna come back or whatever, so not terrible. Now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're not bad, even though I think this is hard because I want to put them at A because they got 11 wins, but also at the same time, how do you lose that many games in the span of like 7 weeks? Like, come on now. Like, that's just kind of stupid.